So it's Canada versus Colombia, Global Finals, Gatorade 5v5. This is our analysis of the game.
Hasta los que apoyan a Colombia. Where are the Canada fans? That's the spirit, guys. We're ready to kick off. Ready? Teams ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So if you notice, Colombia was defending it in a box shape. Canada was placing one player back for defending, 2 wide players, and a striker. Canada wins the ball back, and when that happens, we're looking for a wide player, 2 wide players, 2 wingers going wide. So let me just describe that using the pen. So the moment that we win the ball back here, we want our wingers to go as wide as possible. Our target player, or pivot as we use in futsal, is potentially going to receive the ball from our defender, and they're going to pass it out to one of the wingers. That's going to be our standard play for most of the tournament. There could be times when the pivot receives the ball and then does a turn and then goes towards goal. That could happen as well. Or they can turn with the ball and then pass it off to one of the wingers. So there's basically 3 plays that we're going to try to use when we're playing as far as our tactics in attack. Again, the first play is pass it off to the pivot, who then looks for the wingers. That's number 1. The second play is that the pivot receives the ball, turns, and goes to goal. The third play is that the ball goes to the pivot. The pivot does the turn, but before going to goal, they pass it off to the wingers, who then can decide whether or not they're going to shoot or whether they're going to pass it back to the pivot. So 3 basic plays in attack. Okay, so Canada is using a box defense. They're not playing man-to-man. Neither did Colombia. They both are using box defense. So box or diamond, I think we're probably going to use the diamond rather than the box. We'll see how this goes here. Okay, so we saw that the ball was passed to the pivot. At this point, the winger should be racing up here or up here for a pass off. But in this particular place, there is no reason why the pivot can't do a turn and then go straight towards goal, because they've caught, I think 1, 2, 3. There might be another player up here caught up here. I think it's 4 players that are caught. Ottawa South is using a very high press type of a approach in the attack and the defending, as did Columbia. It's a high press, not a low press. Next session. So I already see a little bit of danger here in letting a player get behind you and not having her back completely turned. So this player right here has created a very, very dangerous situation. If that player was running up here, they could have passed it over to her and she had a tap in. So we have to make sure that no one gets behind us, or at least we're turned slightly so that we can see them. Okay, so on a corner kick, this is the correct shape. Diamond or a square, tight towards the goal. We don't want anybody in this area at all getting a free tap in. We have no issue with them being outside here. We don't think they can score from out there. Our goalkeepers have got those covered. So that is when we're defending on a corner kick. The moment that the ball does go to this player right here, let me just clean this up a bit. So the moment that the ball does get kicked from there to here, we have one person has to press her right away. One person could press this player. This one's covered over here, and she's got this player. We're not saying man to man. Keep your shape, but don't let them come in any closer than that. So she missed an opportunity here. Let's just go back here a few seconds here if we can. Goalkeeper receives the ball and gets the ball. And there, this was a easy 1-2 here, because this player right here is running into the ball. If she just passed off to her here, we might have a 2v1 situation over here. So all she had to do was just turn and pass the ball, a give and go. Let's see what happened. Again, number 6 is creating a situation here where she is ball watching. This player is covered by her. That's great. This player is jogging back. This one's taking their time. It's a 3v2 situation. These two should not be jogging back. You're basically asking for trouble. It's 3v2. And if I was this player, I would pretend like I'm going to shoot. I'd pass it off to her, and then she scores. Or I'd put the ball somewhere in this area, and then this player runs in on it. So when the other team is attacking us, everybody has to come back, and it's an emergency every single time. So that was kind of weird. Pass it off. Again, 3v2. Asking for trouble. This player right here and this player right here jogging back on a 3v2. That is just asking for trouble. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 players versus 2. This player should be running in, passing off the ball to this area right here, and then this player scores. That's what I would do. That's what I expect you would do. Just an opportunity for
para UEFA no sé si van a ganar mucho con esta experiencia, seguramente sí, ha mejorado la competición, pero el problema es que ahora solamente gano la competición. Plata, ahora no sé. Entonces van a jugar se juega sí, pero para el Sudamérica.
Again, that's the referee, sorry. But it looks like the Canadian players are just taking their time coming back. If this particular player over here for Colombia, if she's able to beat this one player, it's a 2v1 situation. She can either shoot for goal or pass it off to her for a tap in. So again, these players have to come back, and they have to come back quicker. Now that's the goal. Because it's a little bit of a wide it's so doable, but she's at center here. Honestly, I'm not sure if there's anything more that the defense could have done. Like, this should have been stopped, but it is a bigger net, and it was a missile, so it should have been stopped. Okay, so we win the ball. This box shape is bad. That's not the shape you want to have for an attack. What I would suggest is that there is a player somewhere around here, her. There should be a winger as wide as possible over here, another winger as wide as possible. Just hanging here, you're just inviting just by staying back here after you receive the ball, you're just inviting a high press. So the winger should go wide. There should be a player that is known as a pivot or a target player right about here, even moving up here. So the goalkeeper has an opportunity to pass the ball up here and then pass it off to the wingers. Just hanging back here in this little box shape is like a defensive shape. It makes no sense. It basically it keeps you in your own zone because they're going to continue their high press, because why should they not high press you? You've got two of your players up here. Again, great pass to the pivot, to the target player. This is the second time she's just fiddling with the ball, fighting for the ball, fighting off a tackle when the play was pass the ball off to a winger. The winger should have been there, or instead of her fighting with the ball, working on her turn, pass it off to her, and then move forward, and it's a 2v1 situation. So right now, 2v1. And then this player right here missed her tackle. You let somebody in your box fiddle with the ball, get a shot away. That can't happen. So let's see how that happened again. Let's go back a bit. So the pass comes across, and this player right here, the defensive player, it bounced off her, and you know, if you're not going to be able to clear the ball away, just make sure that this player right here does not get a shot away. Just hold on to her, cover her, block her, do whatever is required, but don't let her get the shot away. This goal should have never happened. Basically, she passed the ball to the Columbia player. He's crossed, goes with it. And clear it. Make sure they didn't get the ball. Interesting that Colombia plays 3 at the back like this. In a situation like this, if Colombia is going to have 1, 2, 3 players up here, why do you only have 2 Canadian players right there? With the goalkeeper, that's 4v2. This player should cut this off. At least. Don't let them pass the ball back there.
Two sides.
So I imagine there's a lot of nerves in this game, a lot of just kicking the ball away, relieving the pressure, but you know, hopefully cooler. You know, when we play our games, we're not going to be kicking the ball away. We're not going to panic. Shield and wait for the right opportunity. I don't understand that play. So this was a very bad play from the goal scorer. So she's going to receive the ball. Going to run up a bit. And then she now puts her team in a situation where if this player does not do something good with this ball, she's going to have 2 players attacking her, and it'll be a 2v1. Because look at this. Look at this. It's almost the same distance. So that's a bad play. What she should be doing is getting behind her. After she's made the play, there should always be a person running behind the ball carrier. Always. So what her play could be, loop around here, and then this player moves over here. But running here and putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be in 2v1 makes absolutely no sense. That player has won the ball. We're done 2v1. Okay, the turns have to be better. Pushing up the middle. So this has to be something that we're really good at. Goalkeeper gives it to the pivot. Pivot passes it off to this winger who comes up, or passes off to this winger right here. It has to be like a repetitive machine. It has to happen over and over and over again. Obviously, she can't turn into this player, so it has to be a pass off. Why this player is right here, doesn't make any sense to me. She should be here. This player should be running into the ball. Okay, ball to, I guess, the winger instead of the pivot. That's the second time the goalkeeper, maybe third time the goalkeeper just kicked the ball away. Again, the fourth time you're just kicking the ball away. 2v1. Wow. So why has this player left this player wide open here? And, I don't see any other, all the other white players are here. So basically it is a 3v2. So this player from Colombia had the opportunity to pass back over to her. And then she passes to this player right here, and then boom, goal. And that was like for a long time, it was 10 seconds. Shooting from distance is a bad idea. It's basically you're just wasting time, wasting your team's possession, wasting opportunities. Keep the ball. What a disaster. ball watching here. Look at this. These two are ball watching. They let this player get behind them. They let this player get behind them. This one's jogging back. No urgency. And where's the fourth player? Somewhere up here. Pretty sure this is a goal now. That one was so avoidable.
Global Finals. It's 2-1 in favor of Colombia and Real Madrid. ¿Quién se va a llevar? Colombia, ¿dónde están los colombianos? Where are the Canada fans? All right, let's do this.
So that was kind of like a futsal-y kind of start. I like that. So this is the way they usually start in futsal, with a nice diamond shape. So this player is the bottom, and you got your two wingers playing wide, and then somewhere up here is your pivot or target player. So that's the way we're going to play on a build. Again, that player made the same mistake as she made earlier. So she passes the ball off, and she creates a situation where this player right here doesn't have too many options except for me pass to the goalkeeper. And if she loses the ball, this player could pounce as well. So she should be supporting back here. Pass the ball and support behind the ball. That's where she should be. And this player should move up. So let me just repeat. After this player passes the ball off to this player right here, her running away and into a situation where these two can now have a 2v1 on her if they get the ball back, bad decision. What she should be doing is, after she passes the ball off, is circle around over here, and this player should move up with the ball. That's what should be happening. Wow. So what did she just miss? Fake the shot. Fake the shot, Colombia. Fake the shot. Pass it to her, and she has a tap in. Instead, she's selfish. She shoots, and of course, she's going to miss from that distance.
Let's go to the bar. Listen to the bar. Listen to the bar. Listen to the bar.
Shooting from distance, very, very low percentage success. So, is Canada tired? I don't understand why this player is just hanging back here. You're basically inviting a high press. She should have been already here half an hour ago. This player is in the right place, and then the target or the pivot should be up here. So this one will have an option to pass here, or she can pass there, or she can pass here. This player is just being slow, lazy, tired. I don't know what it is. There, that's the play that we're looking for. So going into the box shape, again, makes zero sense. So this player right here should be going up here somewhere, getting this player to follow her here so we can create some space down here. And then, so she passes to her, this player moves up, and then the goalkeeper has, again, three options. Winger, winger, or pivot. Four options, actually, because she can also pass over here. See, you saw the desperation from the winger too, saying, "Why are you doing that? What's the point of that?" Giving the ball away. Okay, so the work ethic of Ottawa. Yes, they're the champions. Yes, they did but there's just so much more that could have been done better. Pass it off to the pivot. Pivot turns and shoots. Or the winger at least gives an option to the pivot to pass off to her somewhere right here. And then this winger should already be here. So it just requires more work. The winger passed the ball to the pivot. She should have went up here, and then it's a give and go. This winger should already be in this spot. Look at these two. They don't even know she's there. Their back is to her. She can sneak behind, and we have a tap-in situation here. Too long. So in this kind of situation, why is she going in that direction? What kind of a turn is that? So look, everybody seems to be in the right positions here. Comes up. If I'm a pivot and I see I only have one player to beat, I'm going to do the most magnificent turn on her, and I'm going to beat her this way or that way. Or I'm going to immediately pass the ball off to this winger, or this winger's got to go. So that's what has to happen. Instead, it's a lousy turn. She goes the wrong direction. Great save from the goalkeeper. So what are we going to do on a corner kick? Okay, we might as well talk about it now. So if they have a nice defensive shape like this, the other team, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do some movement. It's not like futsal. It looks like you have as much time as you want. So I think what we'd like to see is if that's one of our defenders coming into this space right here and taking a shot after receiving it from a corner kick. If their backs are turned, they're not going to see this player come in. It could even be the goalkeeper. So if I was Colombia, what I would do is I'd have this player run into this space and take a shot. Another thing I might do is I might have a player right here so that I pass to her, she passes off to me, so I have a better angle to shoot. So those are two plays right now that I'm thinking of. The immediate one is this player runs into space, this one passes to her, she takes a shot. That's play number one. Play number two is you have a player over here and she passed to her, she passes back to her, better angle shot. Another play is play number three is this player right here does a little foot maneuver, a chop, whatever it is. So when she gets the ball passed to her, she tries to score with her little chop. That's third play. Fourth play is you have a player right here and you have a player right here. So pass, pass, shoot. Or pass to here. This player loops around over here and we have a shot. So something has to be done. It's just not kicking the ball across and praying. So that's kick it across and pray. What odds did she really have to get to this player right here when it's along the ground and there's two white shirts here? Like, that's just poorly executed. No tactics, whatever, on that one. So many lost opportunities. The striker hasn't been able to turn on this player. Maybe she's really good, but if that's the case, if you find that you're unable to turn because that player is so good, then you need to be able to pass off the ball. So either pass off here or pass off to her. I mean, that's the obvious thing. If you can't do the job, do something else. I think her name is probably Anna, because I think the coach kept on yelling all the time, or maybe it was her dad, who knows, telling her, she's made all these mistakes. Now, I do like the fact that there is some support back here, right? But she doesn't have that many options to go forward. So I'm hoping that she's going to go back to this player right here. Let's see what happens. If in fact she does pass the ball to her, this player should move forward with the ball, and then this player should come back to cover her. Let's see if that happens. think that's the first time that we've seen that succeed in 13 minutes, 14 minutes. So that has to be something that is routine for our girls. 2-1. Why did she take that extra touch? Why not just pass the ball? Why on earth did she take that extra touch? Why didn't she just pass the ball to her? And then look, there's another player here. Instead, she took an extra touch. Four touches. It was 4. Four touches were not required. Maybe 2 max. Across the ball, so they were very lucky to score. That's all. Why are you shooting from there? Why? This player has committed. This player is got her back to this player. This is simply a pass to her, and this player's shape should be facing towards this net, receives it on her back foot, one-times it, or takes an extra touch and then scores. That's what should have happened here. So I'm assuming it's fatigue here. 14 minutes in, these girls are tired. You can tell the body movements are not the same as the start of the game. Everybody's lagging a bit. Obviously, the coach from Canada must have spoke to the goalkeeper and said, stop kicking the ball away. So that shape that Colombia has is the shape that we're going to have. What I probably would have looked at as a better option is her in this lot go. But, you know, it worked from here. Maybe she shouldn't have scored from there. Maybe, you know, maybe the goalkeeper was screened. Who knows? Interesting that Colombia has now changed from the little tiny little box they had in front of their net now. Now they're trying to play the shooter that took the last shot, which creates an opportunity for, guess who? This player right here. If Colombia is now going to try to play against this player right here, then this leaves the opportunity maybe to chip it over here and then she scores, or they can still put it hard on the ground, cross here, and then she shoots. So it's 17 minutes. Canada's looking to waste as much time as possible. You can see it's just basically even Colombia looks like they're just trying to just get the ball out of their zone. Great save from the keeper. Kicks, little kick save there. Saved basically the game. Colombia could have tied it up there easily. So how did that happen? Ball watching. I mean, fatigue. Nobody was we're trying to defend, and you leave a player like that wide open, kind of like the goal that was scored last night from, was it Connor McDavid? Leaving a player right in front, you're just asking for trouble. Again, it's fatigue. They're 18 minutes in, they're exhausted, and that's when errors happen. For the same reason she missed, same reason Canada didn't see her. So that time, the goalkeeper actually nearly scored. Crossbar. Incredible.
Congratulations, Canada. You're going to the final at Wembley to see Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid tonight at the UEFA Champions